Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching CNXG and welcome to the Q&A videos that we do every Monday. I want to welcome new subscribers. Channel's growing fast still, so welcome everyone. So I like to kind of always say how this works. It kind of gets confusing for some. I'm answering your questions. So any questions you guys have, go down into the comment section, go ahead and ask me anything, and then I'll answer them in the next video. These are every Monday, so next Monday, the answers will come out for today's questions, okay? Hope that makes sense. And all I ask is just leave your location. Please, can you just tell us where you're from? We're just interested to know. What else? Oh, last week I mentioned a podcast to watch, and I got the name wrong. It's Dirty John. Dirty John. Really interesting podcast if you guys get into anything like that. And it's about psychopathic murder that comes into a really nice family and tears it apart. And it's a horrible, horrible story. It ends somewhat good. But I just found it interesting to, the most interesting thing I found out about it was not even so much him, which he was interesting, but it was her attitude, the mother who dated this guy and allowed him to come into the family. And her attitude is just, this is what I got out of all this. The biggest thing is her attitude was, I always have to see the good in people. And I think this lesson should teach her that not everyone has good in them. It's a hard lesson for me to learn. What else? Oh, so this week I'm going to offer another podcast. And it's called Serial from Central Podcast. Serial. And it's really, really cool. It's about a 17-year-old here in America that got charged and convicted and on death row for murder. And pretty much almost everyone that listens to this believes he's innocent. And actually, because of this, he just got was awarded an appeals hearing. So he might get out after, I can't even remember now, 20-something years in prison. So really, really interesting to listen to. So I recommend that. I'll put the link to the first video down below. What else? Locations. That's it. Just give me your locations, please, when you ask questions. So first one is from Debate Talk for You Radio. How do you leave a female narcissist while having children to raise? Well, that can get very confusing, can't it? So there's all kinds of things you need to do. It's really hard to sit here and just say all of it and list it all here. But, very common, just the basics is we don't show emotion, so they don't get a rise out of us, so they aren't getting we aren't supplying or fueling them with some kind of attention or something they like, so that stops. And we don't react and overreact to the bad things they do either. We don't fight with them, stuff like that. Your main goal is to get away from her. Document things that she does. Keep every little thing that she does that's bad. Get a good lawyer. Okay? You might have to lose your children for a little while before you can get visitation rights or whatever. She might mess with you, but don't screw it up. Just get out of there because you're in a dangerous situation where she could, get you arrested or something, So that's the main point, man. Realize your goal and don't let anything stop it, including her. Okay? Good luck. Great advice, though, is Dad Surviving Divorce. Dwayne over there, he is just awesome, man. And this is his forte, man. This is what he does. Okay, he's talking about divorce with anyone divorcing a disordered person. It is incredibly difficult, especially with children, and that's what he specializes in. So I highly recommend him to all of you, okay? Other than that, man, get a professional, get support, get somebody that's helping you all the time so you don't mess up and do something wrong. Get a lawyer so you approach all of this right, and don't give in to her. Okay? Be extreme and do what's right for the kids, and don't just assume that she's not going to do anything bad. Don't just say, oh, well, I let her have what she wants, and now I'm screwed. Don't put yourself in bad positions, okay? Once you separate from her, communication should be little to none and by email only. And it should be only about the children and divorce. Okay? Good luck. Or you didn't even say you're married, but yeah, still. Not going to be easy, but good luck. Joe from London. Hello, Joe. Why does sex with narcissists and borderline seem to lack intimacy? Do they choose partners for other reasons besides love? And are they afraid of commitment? You know, yeah, all of this is fears. All of this is insecurities. I mean, if someone doesn't have empathy, then sex will lack intimacy, won't it? They don't care how you feel, right? They don't care. Do they choose partners for other reasons besides love? Well, especially if they don't love, especially if they can't love, then obviously they're choosing their partners for everything besides love. And yes, they are afraid of commitment. They may act like they want it, but they're afraid of all this stuff because their immediate fear of abandonment kicks in. Okay? Hope that helps, Joe. Thank you. C. Forrest from Europe. How do you spot the difference between a so-called altruistic narc and an empath? Well, you know, altruistic narc, that almost sounds like Sam Vaknin. And all I got to say is, you know, there's no there is difference between narc and empath. I don't care what kind of empath you want to say if they're altruistic. Or I've also heard inverted, you know. But if this is coming from someone that is a narcissist, then they tend to excuse, glorify their condition, right, by coming up with terms like everyone's a narcissist. Or my favorite is H.G. Tudor says there's lesser, mid-range, and greater. And of course I'm a greater narcissist. You know what I mean? It's like, there's nothing great about narcissists. So how can you be greater? See, I don't listen to that crap. And I don't even know if that's from Vaknin. It sounds like it. But, you know, narcissist is a narcissist, right? You know, what makes them an altruistic narcissist? I doubt that's the same thing that makes an empath, right? I mean, if narcissists lack empathy, does an altruistic narcissist have empathy? I mean, there's a major factor right there, right? Stephanie from Long Island. Hello, Stephanie. Would it be a good idea to inform my ex's new girlfriend what he has done to me? You know, this is a tough question because, you know, people will come out, usually I think they come out right out and say, no, bad idea. I understand the need to want to do that, for sure. You've been through something traumatic. You know, right after it happens, it's very extreme to us. We tend to want to do that within the first month to 6 months after our relationship is over. But in the, you know, after 6 years, we don't, you know, you aren't going to want to do that anymore. It's how traumatic it was to you. Okay? And telling somebody won't really do much good. It may validate something after the fact. Okay? But I try to tell people, I really believe this is somewhat true. Not always, but not all the way. But I feel like we had to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anyone could have stopped me from dating an emotionally abusive, disordered person my entire life. I don't know. I mean, because the reason I did it was because of the problems in my childhood. So that would be one way to stop me from doing it. But once I entered adulthood, I felt like, I still feel like I had to do this. I had to date this disordered person to bring my problems to my attention and to force me to look at them and fix them. Because if I didn't have that experience, I don't think I would have given the attention that I have to my own problems. You know, pain notifies you and lets you know of problems. If I didn't experience that pain, I may not have known I had a problem. Or if I didn't have that problem, I wouldn't have experienced it. So if someone's experiencing it, they have that problem and they need to know. And that's usually how they know. It's painful, I know. But we make it, we survive, we get through it, you know? I don't think you can stop them. I don't think they'll go, you did that to her? Screw you, I'm gone. They don't know you. They know him. They love him. And they probably may not even believe you. It can actually be kind of damaging to you. You know, how would you like to spill your guts out and they just tell you you're sick? I know, he told me what you're about, you know. I don't think it changes anything. It's one of those situations where after the fact they go, man, I should have listened to her. She told me. But anytime that happens, it's like there's reasons why you didn't, you know. The best teacher is experience. I can't take that away from someone. I can't rob someone of their lessons learned in their experiences. And I wouldn't want to try. You know? Don't worry about this. Try to imagine if someone had told you. Really think about it. I don't think you would have stopped. Okay? Hope that helps. Isabel, why do they ghost? Well, complex. More than one reason. But generally, they just can't, they don't know how. They don't know how to face certain things in their life. Okay? Isabel, they don't know how to deal with being hurt. They don't know how to, you know, they aren't concerned with making you feel better. So they can't deal with situations like this. They don't know what to do. And I'm not giving them some excuse or out. A lot of these people love to watch you in pain, love to hurt you. The ghost part is more common in society now than just disordered people. I'm seeing it happen a lot. Ghosting. And it's not just by disordered people. It's happening quite often. I'm talking to a lot of people and I'm getting that back. That, yeah, it seems like then the way to end a relationship is ghost now. You know? Again, I would say it's people's own insecurities. That they can't just talk to somebody and talk stuff out. They're scared. They're scared. You know, other reasons, they want to keep you there confused while they go screw someone else and come back and pick up where they left off. Hopefully you're just sitting there going, where are you? Why? I miss you. It's a way to take no responsibility. It's a way to not face the truth, you know. I hope that makes sense. Chester Park from Romania. How can I rid myself of bad humiliation with the narcissist? I've sent multiple texts begging for forgiveness and he doesn't reply. Why do I still doubt myself that he is a narcissist? All of this is absolute proof that you've been neglected as a child. And I talk about this so much. Please watch my videos. If any of you guys feel this way, watch my videos on CPTSD. Whether you want to say you have it or don't have it, whether you do or don't, it'll help you. If you feel like this, it will help you, okay? Because neglect means that someone neglected your feelings, so do you. You neglect your feelings. You have certain emotions in your body, and you neglect them. And you got so good at it that little red flag warnings inside you aren't very loud, and you can ignore them, okay? So why do you keep begging for forgiveness from someone that abuses you? Because that must be the way you were trained as a child. That it's all your fault, you're bad. Sounds like a bunch of shame. Sounds like somebody's made you feel like you're a really bad person, that you deserve this and this is your worth. Okay? Doubt is a response to neglect. You're not sure. Parents, caretakers, supporters help you feel sure. If you don't feel sure, you have no support. Okay? So you want to rid yourself of bad humiliation. So stop contacting him. That's number one. Stop contacting him. Why do you still have doubt that he's a narcissist? Talk to somebody. Talk to a professional. That will help you realize he is a narcissist. Okay? Write down everything that makes him a narcissist and keep the list up there. Okay? If that's what you need to do. But third is get the support you need and change your life and don't isolate. Stimulate your life. Find interests in your life. Make your life interesting so that this is no longer occupying your head. Okay? You have things you need to work out, not just with this relationship, but you need to figure out why you were in this relationship. Because keep begging for forgiveness to somebody who abuses you and doesn't reply and ignores you is sad. It's sad, and it's not just him that did this to you. Okay? If it was just him, that would be way, way different, and you wouldn't be doing all of this, okay, if it was just him in your life, this experience alone. It's not. It's your childhood experience as well. Okay? That's what prepares us. Our childhood prepares us for things like this. If you're not prepared, it's your childhood. Okay? I hope that helps. Thank you. Let's see. I'll answer one more. Jordan, the third from Virginia. Hello, Jordan. What happens if a borderline and narcissist have kids? Well, I told them that they either have narcolines or border cysts. What happens if they have children? That's a bad recipe. You know, I made a video on resiliency. It's in my CPTSD playlist. Check it out, okay? Resiliency. Something that makes us resilient is that one person in our life that looked in our eyes, that had some respect, some love for us. You know, for people that never had any of that, it is rough. Man, it is hard to be resilient, and you just almost can't. Somebody that grows up with a single parent abuser, and there's no grandparents or uncles anywhere, it's just so much worse. You guys will be surprised. You want to know why you didn't turn out to be disordered? Like, I'll tell you what makes someone disordered, and you'll say, well, God, a lot of that happened to me. Why am I not disordered? Usually because you had somebody in your life that loved you, that gave you time, attention, cared, something. You know what I mean? And that you hold on to that, and that part keeps you resilient. Okay? That's usually what I've learned. I hope that helps. No narcolines or border cysts, okay? So I'll stop there, guys. And let's see. Part 2. Stop here. End of part 1. If you guys could, please do your part and get this information out there for people that need it. You know, get it out there in people's face so they can say, hey, oh shit, I dated someone like this. Save someone's life. Okay, guys? Thank you very much. Love yourself first. I'll see you in part 2. Bye-bye.